Bill Cohen here, Cohen on content and all things digital. A lot of stuff going on. Just over with, more coming up. And my phone is ringing over here. And just turn it off. Infocom a couple weeks ago in Las Vegas. Very well attended. I gotta tell you, we're in the digital signage, digital out of home, digital place-based media, networks, Infocom, who cares? Technology on top of technology, and disorganized, and then thousands of people running around, not for us. I'm not even going to talk about what they were doing or why they were doing it there. We had the DSF board meeting, Digital Signage Federation board meeting. I'm going to tell you, having a board meeting face-to-face like that, as opposed to having these telephone conference calls, unbelievable difference. So many things get aired, so many things get put together. You're going to be seeing a report pretty soon. It's nice to have an association, a federation, a group that people that are actually trying to help build our industry are working. And there's a lot of benefits. I'm going to talk to you, not today because I got too much going on, but one of these times about membership in the Digital Signage Federation. Went to a nice meeting, was invited to a meeting by NEC. Sat with a couple of guys that are network operators, advertiser supported, in-house that might be moving toward advertiser support, integrators, a software, what does it say? Software as a service guys. Great meeting. Pierre Richer, CEO at NEC. This guy has a great view of our industry. They're a panel manufacturer, and I'm the guy that always says, hey, a screen is a screen is a screen. You find the right screen that works for you. And there might be 3 manufacturers, that 5 or 15. It's all about the people. I always say that. It's all about the people. Who's there when something goes wrong? They're all there when it's time to write a purchase order. Pierre has a view of our industry, not just as a panel manufacturer. Well, he's got a lot of big customers. They also have VukuNet, which I will report to you I just signed. VukuNet will be representing our networks because of who they are and what they do, and they're not an aggregator. They're a real sales rep organization. No commercials, but I'm just telling you, they're full disclosure stuff. But they're also involved, and I'm back to NEC, VukuNet, whatever names they want to use, in software. So from Pierre's position as CEO of that kind of a company, he's seeing all of the different parts of what we need in building our networks. Now, I'm off of just digital signage or digital, I'm in our networks. So that's good. I'm going to get him for an interview. And send me the emails, questions you want, because you know me, I don't let him get away with nothing. I'll ask the question, he's going to have to give the answer. I met some good guys there too. It was a lot of fun. Enjoyed it. Saw an email the other day, one of these newsletters. I'm not going to name names. How to make cheap content. How do I bury my Louisville Slugger up the side of this guy's head? Look, I don't sell content. I'm not in the content business, but I'm in the business of using content. I am so tired of seeing this. Content is what you've got. If you're a network operator, it's content. A panel's a panel. How many times I got to say this? Software is the software. It works for you. But it's all about the content. And when I see how to make cheap content, how to buy cheap panels, how to have a cheap guy maybe with, hanging up stuff. What is this all about? When you see that guy, run away from him. Find out who he is and run away. Your content is your bread and your butter. That's what goes on the table. That's how you verify or what you use so that you can verify an ROI. You got cheap, sucky content, and it doesn't engage, and it doesn't carry forward and give you that all necessary recall or retention. I hope you're working for somebody so they can fire you. But if it's your own network, you better watch your own wallet. It's the content. It ain't cheap because you're going to constantly refresh it and you got to do it right to start with. Oh boy, I go nuts when I see an article like that. I'm going to go back and find that guy. I got to call him up. Let's see. We got coming up the DSC Summer. You see, I'm looking at the whiteboard, my notes. The DSC Summer Forum. This is another interesting, I think they do quarterly, where there's the vendors are really the sponsors. And then the network operators that are going to be expanding or building a new network and meet some criteria and get invited to this. And what's great is it's an advance show, if you will, of what's coming out. You know, I'm really looking forward to attending this and hearing what's new, what are they changing, and how is it going to apply to what I do. And then in October, you're going to be hearing a lot about it coming up. Steve and Adrian are the head guys for putting the strategy, what is it? Strategy Institute Investors Conference. And by the way, it's the same week as the DPAA, both in New York, which means there'll probably be more stuff for our industry there because those are really two big events. And yeah, I'm going to be speaking, although what's my speaking? My talking, my yelling, my ranting, but I want to talk about it. And that investors conference is important to us as an industry. As people are trying to expand networks, and you've got an EBITDA to talk about, you've got an ROI to talk about, and you can show where your network is going and what it's doing, and you can show your audience, you can improve your audience, the investment community is there. And if you're starting up a network, and you've got the right business plan, not some of this foolishness I've seen, but you know, hey, you know what you're going to do, the investment community is there. So that's the Strategy Institute Investment Conference in October, the same week as DPAA. And that's all I got. You know, it's not a big long rant today. I just want to get that information out there. Like that. So send me an email specifically when I get Pierre Rocher in there from NEC. We can put him on the hot seat and like that. So you'll see me again soon or maybe a long time. I don't know. Depends on when I got something to talk to you about.